Why not? This is day 10, 10 out of 100, where we are doing 100 videos, but let's get first into who this one is going to help. This is now based on follow through. Pardon me as it's a little dark outside still. I'll get in front of some light for you guys. So day 10, we're gonna mainly talk about, is there enough light down there? We're gonna mainly talk about follow through. So day 7, 8, and 9, we were talking heavily about working with a business called Dog Pound. It's a fitness business, and we were just going through behind the scenes. The things that we covered first was visibility. A business needs visibility so that people can actually choose to buy and choose to work with them. You cannot escape visibility. And we went over some things that could help a business become visible. Some of those things were short form content, getting on other people's podcasts, or dealing with their audience, becoming the local hero. I'm so sorry if it's dark, guys. I'm outside and I want to get this done. Let's switch rooms. Entrepreneur tips. Sometimes you got to adjust. So all of that, we see visibility. The second thing we started going through, which is one of my favorites, is messaging. How do you make someone feel? And messaging, in a nutshell, or how I like to describe it, is simply just, who do you do it for? Who needs this? What problem is it solving, or what problem do they want solved? And then lastly, why should they pick you? The why should they pick you has to be more than, I'm just a person who cares. Everybody cares. Everybody says that. You want to have your why be, I see something that the competition doesn't see. This gives me an advantage. This also gives me a huge upper hand because they're solving the wrong problem with you and for you. I know how to solve the real problem. The second part that we went over yesterday is, the third part is commodity. How to not just blend in. This is super important because if you're a commodity, the person who's looking at the product will usually pick the cheapest person. Let's just say you were getting, you wanted to get your lawn done, and everybody was $50 for the treatment and things like that. You're probably gonna just pick the one who responds the faster, or the one who you do heads or tails or something like that. We don't want that for her. We don't want that for you. So we gave her some things to work on, which would separate her from her competition. At first, she was just saying that she was an online trainer, nothing wrong with that, and that she cared. We wanted to bring it from, she's just an online trainer and she cares, more so to her story, her philosophy of coaching, and things of that nature. Today, we are going to find out what she followed through on. So with this 30-day program, it's broken down into weeks for the person. After they get into the program, we find their bottlenecks. We find what's stopping their business. And we don't try to act like we're perfect. Sometimes what we think initially is the bottleneck, it's something else. Or we just end up finding out like a caveat that we should have been told in the beginning. So we try to get a lot of questions out the way in the beginning, but we end up finding the bottlenecks. We end up seeing how to fix the bottlenecks and then how to measure them. And then each week they have a couple assignments that they're supposed to do. Now, I'm big on, you gotta follow through. It doesn't matter how good this idea sounds to fix your business. If you don't follow through on it, it's not gonna work. So today, we're gonna see what she followed through on. Not to be mean, but to hold her accountable to something that she wants. So let's walk back in. We're gonna first check with her main platform for social media is IG. So we're gonna check with IG see what she's done. Let's go ahead and change this so that you guys can see me the whole time. One day I'm gonna have like a cameraman follow me around like Gary Vee used to do back in the day. Actually, I don't need that stress in my life, but that would be cool. All right, let's find out what she's done. Pulling out the almighty notebook. This is where we actually do a lot of the brainstorming. You guys get to see us do it in real time. So we're not trying to woo you. And then let's pull out the computer. I don't think I brought my computer. All right, good thing I have my phone. All right, let's pull out the phone. So the first place that we're gonna go to do this is Instagram. So we're going to Instagram to find out what did she follow through on. Okay, we got commodity, we got that. So the first thing that we wanted her to do was to change her bio. Her bio was saying something about just being a fitness coach and live better in life. It said nothing about the online offer that she wants to grow. It said nothing about that. She wants to grow her online portion, and she's really, really good at helping women, but it said nothing about that. Okay, let's find this for Jen. All right, here we go. We're pulling it up. Let's actually first go to the website from Jen's page. Now, the whole goal is to see if we can get from the Instagram to the website or the Instagram to the actual form. We asked her to create a form so that people can get to her easily. Right now, when we tried to go through the customer experience the first day, we had to go through loops to find it. She didn't have content, she didn't have content about it, and she didn't have a link that we can just easily get to. So let's go through the customer's experience. That's what today's all about, day 10. How does the customer know you have the product? How does the customer know how to get it? And how easy is it for them to get it? After that, it's what happens after. So let's find out. All right, so we got Jen. Yes, she changed her bio. Strength coach for moms, right? She used to have a bio that talks about mainly, her bio talked about all levels, all ages, right? She does train people that's older and kids, but we wanted to get very specific on here because she wants to grow the online part. Strength coaching for moms who hate starting over. That's the who I'm doing it for, strength coaching for moms who hate starting over. I would also say she could go a little deeper and say the age, maybe 35 plus. 20-minute workouts, no guilt, no shame. This is important. We told her that most moms who hate starting over, they hate starting over because they think the workouts need to be long. 20 minutes solves that. They usually have a lot of guilt and a lot of shame if they don't get it done. So we say that up front, community plus accountability. Get strong, stay consistent. Those are good. All right, so here, let's look. We don't have anything new that she's put up about. I'm not opposed to this. My mom handed her kids a little Bloom line menu and said, pick your lunches. This is cool, right? So you see she's helping moms. I'm gonna go ahead and leave a comment on this because I'm a fan. Just leave a little. All right, so let's go ahead and let's share it too. Okay, we don't see anything yet with the online stuff. Okay. So we see her putting out others people's stuff, but we want to see some stuff from her lately on her online stuff. Okay, so we got to fix that. Nothing to be mad at, nothing to sneeze at. So let's see if we can get to the online part. Let's click. Well, the YouTube channel wouldn't be it. Let's click the website. Okay, so how easy is it for someone to get to them? Transform your body, transform your life. Good. Dog Pound Fitness, we're all about effort, growth, community. So we're not doing website stuff, but for websites, I would honestly probably start off with the customer in mind, what they've been feeling, the pain they've been going through. So let's just click on Start Your Journey, see where it gets us. Okay, we got group fitness first. Group strength, this probably can be the same thing. Customized personal training, youth and teen strength conditioning. Nope, so we don't see anything with the online. So we can't pay her. We can't get her any money. And that's the first page. So if that's the first page, a person probably normally wouldn't go click any further, but let's click further because we want to see if we can get to her. We got Jen Strong. All right, we see Jen's bio. Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, let's see if we can get to maybe the about. The top one fitness beauty focus on effort, growth, and community. Not bad. It's generic. We want to be precise. Okay, maybe in programs. Classes, personal trainer, membership. Let's see membership. Ready to transform your life? Fill out the form below to start with your fitness journey. All right. Okay, so I can't get there. And this is real, right? We're doing this to see how we can help her. Maybe under classes. Nope, that's the same thing. Maybe under personal training. Going today. Needs back to that. Okay, so we can't even get to her. If we would have to email her. Now, a normal person, probably a normal mom. Let's check Joy though. We didn't check Joy. Oh, Joy does the same thing. All right. Maybe newsletter. No. So here's a couple things. If the customer is having a problem getting to you, they're going to go to the competitor. That's just a real thing. I know that sounds harsh, so let's write this down so that we can make sure we follow up with Jen on this. You guys want to write with me? All right, let's have you write with me. So come on over. All right, number one, we need a simple, clear path on the website. Online training for moms. Something like this. Something really, really clear, really, really simple, so they know they're in the right place. Let's highlight this. This is very important. And I always think in everything that I do is going to have a consequence of some sort. And the consequence can be good or bad. So if we do it, customers come. If not, they go to your, sorry for the handwriting, guys. They go to your competitor. We need to make it super simple for them to say yes to us. Why do we need to make it simple for them to say yes to us? Because they have other people who they could say yes to. Okay, so now we went through the website. Let's look on her Instagram, just if we see any more things about the online training. So I'm about 12 posts in. Some about, she has one right here. Let's look at this one. I believe this is online, but it's not clear. Clarity is what we want. Clarity is what we seek on the customer's journey. All right, so she has a before and after someone. Good, real results, real life, real consistency, love it. My client sent me this message today, and honestly, this is why I do what I do. The first picture was taken the day I started working out with you. The second picture was taken yesterday. I feel much stronger and more confident. Just wanted to say thank you. If this is an online one, I would go back in here and I would put online training for moms, real results, real life, real consistency, and then I would pin this. If you're not gonna have an updated website, at least have an updated Instagram because it's a lot easier to control. Can we give her a huge round of applause? It wasn't created by spending hours in the gym, love it. It wasn't created by a crazy diet, love it. It wasn't created by chasing perfection. It wasn't created by simply showing up again and again. All right, nothing is saying, let's see if it's an invite. That could be, if you're waiting for the right time to start, let this be your sign. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to begin. So now we need a call to action. What do you want them to do with that information? Okay, so we don't see anything else with the online part, which is the big issue. So her goal is to go to online, but the customer can't see her, the customer can't get to her or easily. That's gonna mean there's no customers. Now, Jen said something to me when we first started giving her the questions for this. She mentioned she wanted more customers for her online, what she charged, and things like that. And we simply said, what do you do now to get them? What do they do if they find they wanna work with you? And she mentions she has to send them a blurb. And then when she sends them the blurb, they have to decide if they want to do it or not. And then once they decide if they want to do it or not, she has to send them a payment link. And then once they pay, they can get in to the private community. But once they get into the private community, Jen was hitting them with 5 things to do. Join the community, watch the first video, download this. And it was feeling like schoolwork for busy moms. We don't want that. We want the customer to see, I see what I want, I can click this and I can get it and I can get in. We want to simplify all of that. The customer's journey has to be thought about over and over again. And I would say a couple ways to think about your customer's journey is have someone who does not know you try to go through the journey. They're gonna tell you and show you all of the kinks, all of the things inside of it that's probably not working as smooth as it can be. Good. Number 2, I would say go look at a competitor, so someone who's near your industry. Try to see if you can go to their customer journey, and you may find out that they're doing some things that you want to maybe include, or some things that is overkill. But number 3, here's my favorite. Have an old person, older, mature, seasoned person try to go through the process. If we can make it simple for them, then it's probably simple for everybody else. If we can't, then we want to make that simple. So we don't see any execution yet on the things that Jen has to do for this week. We do see execution on the bio, so we want to praise her. So what do we do with our part? I'm gonna send Jen a message. I'm gonna send her a message right now. Morning, Jen. Hope all is well. I first wanted to just say I'm so excited that you did the 4 videos already and that you have already done the bio. That makes a lot of sense. Now we want to get to the form so that we can have people actually click your Instagram and then get straight to if they want to work with you or not. The website should eventually mirror that, but don't worry about that yet. Just worry about getting the form in there. So if someone is coming to you, they can just go ahead and sign up. You're doing amazing, and I'm so freaking proud of you. Now, she gets an email for once a week. I send stuff like that maybe once or 3 times or 2 times a week, because I actually want her to know, like, hey, you're not by yourself. I'm pushing you hard, but I'm supporting you hard too. And that doesn't help. We're just helping her realize that she can do well. So what do we do next? I have some things written down. So since we didn't see the execution, one thing that we won't do is we won't beat up on her. Like we're not gonna be like, hey, get into your freaking homework. You don't really want it. We don't want to do that. So she didn't do the work. The next thing that we're going to do, I got it down right here. Next thing we're going to do is number 2. I take you back with me. Celebrate what's done. I realized too, my notes are on my computer and I don't have my computer. Celebrate what's done. I had a long day. I was charging my computer yesterday and I realized I left it somewhere. So celebrate what's done. Follow up. Gentle. Yet firm. A way that we do this is, hey, if you could get 5 customers in the next 24 hours, would you follow through on what you said you would do? If you can get 5 customers in the next 24 hours, would you follow through on what you said you would do for your business? We're not trying to pinpoint or beat her up. We're just trying to see if she's going to do what she should do for her business. Celebrate what's done. Follow up. Gentle yet firm. Highlight the domino effect. What's the domino effect, Trucifus? The domino effect, in my eyes, is where we could give her the whole plan of the 30 days up front. We could do that. The reason why we won't do that is A, because most people will get overwhelmed. And once they're overwhelmed, they usually don't work anymore. We don't want that happening for her. But we also want to show her, because she will probably, if she chooses to work with us more after this, she'll probably see the progressions. And she's a fitness trainer, so she knows all about progressions, about step by step, moment by moment, ladder by ladder, step by step. She knows all about that. So that will help her see, all right, this is similar to something that I already do, that I already know. It's just making those steps. The second reason why is if she tries to implement them all at once, something's gonna not get taken care of properly. We want to see, how can we get this first domino to knock down the next domino and the next one and do that, versus let's just throw it all out there. So that's why we're going step by step. So we're going to do gentle but firm. We're going to follow back up with email. Hey, Jen, if you can get 5 customers by following through on what you said you would do this week, would you do it? Yes, things may come up. We want to offer high challenge and high support. So things will come up because she's a mom, she is a wife, she has a business. Yeah, we want to make it easier for her in the future. The one thing about the customer's journey that I think we don't consider a lot is people have choices nowadays. People can go work with other businesses easily. I don't want to make my business, because I don't have a system, one of the reasons why they choose my competitor. So if they're thinking, hey, they don't even know how good I am because I don't have a system, then that's my fault. And we don't want that for her or you. We want it to be where I can come, I see what's going on, I can get it, and so forth. So let's finish up with Jen on day 10 when it comes to the customer journey. And if you guys have questions, please feel free to ask them. I'm going to do this. I'm going to find... I'm going to find 3 videos that she has. So let's go to step 3. Find 3 videos that she has. And we're gonna put the CTA in front until we can fix the website. So until website update. And then we're gonna pin those 3 videos, or honestly, I would say if you can easily do this, re-download the videos and then post them new and pin them so that they're the first 3 things that people see. So let's look at Jen's first 3 posts and see what we see now. Hey, I got a message in real time. I started working on the farm yesterday, and between all of the meet and greet stuff we had to do for our first day back to school, which is today, so I will have much more free time this morning, and I will get on that farm today. You are the best. Okay, so she's gonna get on the farm today. Cool thing. Jen eventually is gonna need, I believe, a virtual assistant to do all of these small tasks, because I believe she's gonna really grow. So let's see what she first has for a video.
I am Jen, and I help athletes and everyday humans get stronger, healthier, and more consistent without having to live in the gym or survive on chicken, rice, and sadness, because let's be serious, nobody wants that. Basically, I coach people who are tired of the all or nothing cycle. You know, the ones who are motivated on Monday, life punches you in the face on Wednesday, and then suddenly you're like, I'm just gonna start over next month. Yeah, we don't do that here. I work with everyone from youth athletes to adults.
So she had it. It was great. And then as soon as she said, I work with everyone, that's when you cancel out. She didn't know how to help me. No, so her first, that was a good one. This is one.
So this is me in 7th grade, and again, my junior year of high school, suffering from an eating disorder. I owe my younger self the biggest apology. For years, I spent believing I had to be perfect, for the constant feeling that I was never quite good enough, for the endless pressure of trying to live up to standards that were never realistic in the first place. That mindset left marks on my soul that I'll probably carry forever. But here's the thing, I'm also so grateful for it, because those struggles taught me lessons now refuse to forget. I never settle, never give up on my...
That's great. That's dope. We love Jen for that. So now, we'll look again after this. I won't have you guys go through all of this, but we'll find another video that she can actually, let's save that one because that one was really good. We can find another video until she starts pushing out the new content. The customer journey, one part of the customer journey that I didn't mention, which probably gets overlooked, is your content. Your content should be solving some smaller problems in this person's head. What do I mean by that? So the content should be showing that I know what I'm doing, I have the skill set and the empathy to help you. You just have to make the decision if you want to move forward with me or not. We want that content solving that problem. Why? We want when they're ready to click the link to come and start paying, they're already made up in their head because they've been seeing the stuff, and the stuff is, content is free. So if you're not putting out content, I would say start putting out content. One of the first things that we had Jen do was week 1, day 1 is create 4 videos. We gave her a week and she crushed those. She did those. Create 4 videos. We're gonna keep creating content, and then we can repurpose it, but create the content so that people who are onlookers can start to become, they start to become believers that you're the person that can help them. With the content also, we're gonna have Jen answer frequently asked questions in her content. Do you do month to month, or is it you have to buy the year? We're gonna have her answer some of those questions in there, because people do this when they go to social media. If they like something that you're doing, they usually go down the rabbit hole. And the rabbit hole usually looks like, oh, I saw this. Let me scroll to the next one. Let me scroll to the next one. We want that. So on this customer journey with Jen, I have high hopes for her because I see what she does. I hear the heart of what she does it too. She just now needs a system now so that everything doesn't fall on if she gets back to the person or not. That's where people will walk away and go to the customer. So this is day 10 of 100. Come back, and if you need help with this stuff, if you're like, hey, my business has some bottlenecks that's stopping me from actually getting this stuff getting it systemized and working well, I'll put a link in the show notes. Let's get you some help as well. Be good, be great, move forward.